All right. Um Hey everybody, welcome back to playing Tender Loving Cannibal. I am Linksy and let's just get started. Here, let me just say just this. There we go. Um yeah, that's good. That's good. Um okay. I didn't I didn't know how to save the game, so if any of y'all want to help me out, just type in the chat how to help me. Um okay. Let me just um we're gonna go back to this. We're actually let's go there. Let's go here. Okay. We're gonna go to let's go to boys and girls. Seeking some grounding normality from whatever it is you had dreamed about the night prior, you make your way over to Boys and Grills. The diner opens up before you as you slip inside. A constant hum of low chatter fills your ears, coming from the crowd inside you. Beyond the sea of social anxiety, you can hear the sound of Bob calling out orders as he works the grill. Now you need to figure out what to do to catch his attention. I mean, joining the line is the same thing as call out to Bob. But I guess I'll join the line. Cutting in front of the other customers and trying to flag Bob down is out of the question. Joining the line is the most polite thing to do, and it'll be easier to get Bob's attention that way. Sliding in behind the last person in line, you patiently wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. The voice of the cashier snaps you out of your daze, making you jolt as the employee speaks to you.
Welcome to Boys and Grills. What can I do for you?
Sorry, I just need to...
Hey!
You lean around the confused employee, spotting Bob not too far away. Not the freaking scroll. Not the freaking grind, man. The stupid freaking rock thingy. Waving to catch his attention, you frantically move your arm about in the hopes that he notices. Thankfully, he does, before you make a fool out of yourself again.
It's great to see you again, darling. What brings you around here?
You pause for a moment, arm no longer flailing, before summoning the courage to speak. Maybe we could chat? If it's not a bother, I mean. Despite your best efforts, a lack of certainty is evident in your voice. Bob looks quizzically at you for a moment before his face turns to his usual smile.
I'll tell you what, my break starts in about...
He trails off as he glances at the diner's clock.
10 minutes. I'll chat all you like then. Deal?
Sure. See you then. Bob returns to his spot at the grill. Time slowly ticks as you watch the patrons finish their food, then trickle at the door one by one. When about 5 minutes have passed, these people watching session is interrupted by the approach of an employee. They wear a similar uniform to Far, but a far different expression on their face.
Hey, you've been here for a hot minute. Can I get you anything or show you to a different seat? This booth is usually reserved for families.
Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for someone. It won't take long. He should be here in just a few minutes. The employee squints at you for a moment, then they shrug.
Right. Sorry for the trouble then. If you need anything, wave me over and I can take your order.
Thank you. Without waiting for another response, the employee turns and walks off towards another occupied table. Thankfully, the rest of your wait is quite uneventful. Customers come and go in droves, but none of them try to initiate conversation. Some other employees spare you your past spare you, sp- now, sorry. Some other employees spare you passing glances, but even they leave you alone. Once time has passed, you don't notice a shadow being cast over you until the man responsible for it waves awkwardly to get your attention.
Sorry for being late. I hope I didn't make you wait too long.
He waits for you to gesture that he's welcome to sit before he settles into the seat in front of you.
The name's Bob, though I bet you could have figured that out by reading my nameplate.
He pauses before holding his hand out for you to shake. Shake his hand. I mean, this is supposed to be an introduction, right? I'm Linksy. Nice to meet you. You return the handshake with some amount of vigor, a practiced gesture used in quite a few past job interviews. It was never charming enough to land you the gig, but Bob appears more than satisfied by a show of politeness.
Pleased to meet you. The name sure suits a face like yours.
Thank you. His compliment is just as surprising as it is flattering. Without a response ready, you fidget a little with your hands, muttering words of gratitude under your breath.
Anyways, you said you were new here? You been here long or what?
Nah, I actually moved in yesterday.
Really now?
You nod in affirmation. Once I got done unpacking, I thought it'd be a good idea to explore. After some wandering, well, I ended up here. Turns out, this is the closest food joint to my house. Lucky me.
You don't say. A lot of customers have been turning up like that. Wanderers are great for business, but y'all sure can wear a fella out.
Bob rubs... Bro, what was that yawn? Okay, anyways, Bob rubs one of his eyes as he yawns, clearly exhausted from today's shift.
Speaking of which, anything catch your eye so far in this town?
That's a tough one to answer. But if I had to choose something that stood out to me so far, it would be the Candy Club. I checked the Candy Club yesterday, and it was pretty nice. The woman at the counter got robbed, but overall I called it a...
Robbed?
Oh, damn. You pause, opting not to point out his interruption. Yes, robbed. It wasn't a stick-up or anything, just some greedy kids trying to shake down the place for some candy while the cashier was on break. Kelsey was her name, I think. Visible relief washes over Bob's face.
Phew. You had me worried there.
Why? Do you know her?
Not particularly well. Let's just say I frequent the place as much as I can. I've got a massive sweet tooth, you see. More than a few paychecks have been put into that store, and it'd be a crying shame if I weren't able to get my fix.
Your fix? Just how often do you go there?
Like I said, whenever possible.
Oh.
Usually when I've just gotten off of work, though.
His sheepishness is kind of endearing. Maybe you can run with it. It honestly makes sense that you're a candy addict.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know what they say. You are what you eat. And you seem like a sweetheart to me. You hold a shiny pair of finger guns for emphasis, grinning with satisfaction as Bob's cheeks flush darker still.
You don't... I ain't...
When he struggles to reply, he nervously scratches the back of his head.
Well, that's quite nice of you to say.
Aww, he's more attracted to me. A lull in conversation follows soon after your words. The silence is by no means tense, but as Bob starts looking around the diner, you're made painfully aware that it needs to be filled somehow. Think, Linksy, think. Hey Bob, what's your favorite color? Wow, really putting it all in the stops here. That's what Micah asked me a while back when I was playing Arrow 143. Or was it me? I don't know. Anyways. Thankfully, Bob doesn't look too pressed about the quality of your icebreaker.
Oh, red for sure. It stands for danger, but also courage. What about yours?
Well, it's pretty obvious mine is purple.
Why's that?
It's the color of royalty, of status, of culture. Did you know it's associated with the elite? The dyes used to make purple clothes were so expensive, only royalty could afford it.
That's a well-known fact, if I ain't mistaken.
Well, do you have a better one? He taps his chin thoughtfully as he tries to think up some relevant trivia.
Ah, I've got it. Did you know organic foods that are purple in color tend to contain a chemical called anthocyanin?
I think I learned about that before. Also, wasn't his tag disappeared for a second? I might have to go back after this.
The stuff comes from plants, but it's got loads of antioxidants too. It's good for cattle. It makes their meat fattier.
You mean fatter. So what you're saying is if I see purple meat, then I should definitely eat it?
What? I wouldn't recommend eating purple meat, actually.
Antioxidants, antioxidants aside, I'm pretty sure purple meat can still be eaten. Close to rotten, sure, but there's definitely worse stages of decay. I've heard of people eating meat that was so rotten it gave them hallucinations. Sounds fun.
Can't say I've heard of that one. Color me surprised.
The pun isn't that at all lost on you. You should be a comedian instead of clipping patties for a living. Bob seemed oblivious to the possible sarcasm of your comment.
Comedian? Nah, not for me. Cooking is my first love. Everything else is just plain second fiddle.
Hold on, let me sniff.
But in all seriousness, don't eat purple meat.
Okay, I won't. Okay, another natural pause forms in the conversation. Perhaps Bob isn't awed at your fantastical fun facts, or maybe it's just a little bit bored. Either way, he speaks up once more after a beat of silence.
Say, what do you think about Halloween? It's personally my favorite holiday.
I like Halloween. I love Halloween. The decorations, the costumes, the trick-or-treating, haunted houses, all that stuff. And Bob nods in hearty agreement.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, if only the rest of the town celebrated it longer. As soon as Halloween's over, these folks get rid of their jack-o'-lanterns and rush to decorate the Christmas tree.
I know, right? It's so weird. But like, I get it. Christmas is coming soon. Wait. No, it's January. I'm stupid. I get when it's Christmas. When it's after Halloween, people just immediately, like, as soon as it becomes November 1st, it's time! Like seriously. I feel that. It's like the decorations disappear as soon as November 1st hits. Which is what I just said. At least the candy goes on sale next day. He brightens up a bit at the mention of candy.
Good point. It's the perfect chance to stock up on some sweets. But it's still a shame they skip right to Christmas.
Yeah, but at least we could celebrate Halloween together.
Oh? I might have to take you up on that. But what would the plans be?
I think I'd be costumes. What if we pick out our costumes together?
Costumes, you say?
Yes. At the mention of costumes, Bob's smile fades away. Did you say something wrong? That constant eye contact usually seems like a sign he's paying attention, but without his grin, it feels more like he's staring right through you. To help cope with the unease, you add yet another suggestion. Maybe we can match? In a sudden return to form, he cackles a lot.
A big, fat, grown man in a costume. Sure, I doubt there are any costumes my size, though.
Makes sense. Wait, hold on, let me read the wanted sign. Guys, this is so for real. We want him so bad. He's so hot. He kills people though, so why capture him? What? What? That's what people think of every serial killer, especially when it comes to like this guy and probably Tate Frost. I love Tate Frost, man. He's my pookie. Okay, anyways, we can make you one. Bob seems to be taken by surprise.
What am I gonna be anyways? Frankenstein's monster?
You'll see when Halloween comes up.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
How about a haunted house? What if we went to a haunted house?
Nah, I've been to 'em 100 times. Didn't even scare me the first time. But I guess if you need someone to hold your hand, I wouldn't mind going with you.
Aw, that's so nice. I'm not a baby.
If you say so. But I've gotta warn you, them folks behind the haunted house mean serious business.
They sure do.
The guy in charge makes it his life's mission to scare the devil out of you. And then some. Not that it's ever worked on me, but you get the idea.
What's that look for? You ever been scared and shit yourself? Nah, I'm playing. Let's go trick-or-treating. What about trick-or-treating?
Trick!
Wait, what?
You asked trick or treat, and I said trick.
I didn't. That's not how it works.
Then why'd you ask me?
I was asking a different question. Bob breaks down laughing at the exasperated look on your face. He chortles, wheezes, and even has to wipe the tears from his eyes before finally getting his laughter under control.
Oh, come on. I couldn't help but mess with you a bit.
Aww.
Jokes aside, only kids trick or treat here. Unless you like getting weird looks from folks. I've tried. Trust me. Once you reach a certain age, they just think you're trying to rob them.
Okay. Makes sense. We could carve pumpkins together and see who can make the spookiest one.
I like a challenge.
Whoa, what's with those eyes, homeboy? You okay?
Though, my carving skills are unmatched.
Ooh. Don't get too cocky.
I'm just being honest.
As another lull in the conversation forms, you take a moment to stretch. Having sat down for so long makes your joints creak and groan, but the movement is fairly effortless until pain. Without a warning, a burning pain rips through your skin and your fingers. You let out a hiss, unthinkingly clenching your hands and reopening once you've forgotten lessons in the process.
Are you okay? Something wrong with your hands?
I just woke up with them like this.
You could have told me earlier instead of just sitting there in pain. Here, I've got some bandage you can use.
Pulling a... Oh my gosh, does this hint something? Because, like, I said the color purple when I asked him my favorite color, and then he came out with another with a purple bandage. Does this hint something? I don't know. Stab. Now I'm playing. Pulling a purple bandage out of his pocket, He reaches out and carefully takes hold of your hand, treating it as if though it was made of glass. His eyes scan the injuries, pupils dilating at the sight of your blood. Your breath briefly catches in your throat at both the surprising gesture and the piercing gaze directed your way. A chill rolls down your spine, goosebumps prickling at the skin of your arms. Bob? The sound of your voice seems to snap and out of whatever daze he's in.
Sorry. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. Here, take it.
You accept the bandage with a nod, but pressure is on the worst of the gouges. Thankfully, the rest are far smaller, and will heal in no time. That's okay, and thanks for this. I appreciate it. When you smile gratefully at him, the red hue on Bob's face seems to grow even stronger.
You're welcome, darling.
Aww, he's so nice. Even though he's a little evil. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Because just like the sign, guys, this is so for real. We want him so bad. He's so hot. He kills people though, so why capture him? Anyways. Oh. Okay. What in the world? Bob yelps with surprise when the piercing sound of an air horn suddenly rings out from behind the register. Brutally pierces through your quiet moment, leaving some of the diner's patrons wincing and covering their ears. You and Bob look around to find the source of the racket, only to see the cashier waving frantically.
Break's over, Bob. Wrap it up and get back here.
All right, fine. I'll be there in a bit. Just turn that damn thing off.
Oh damn, he's aggressive.
Uh,
Bob shakes his head at the employee's interruption before pushing himself from the seat.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. No, it's fine. I've taken up quite a bit of your time anyway.
Maybe so, but it ain't a bother. It's wonderful having someone like you to talk to.
Since the feeling is mutual, I'll be sure to stop by some more. He laughs before wiping his hands off the apron. Not apron.
You better.
You're left sitting here when Bob returns to the register and is instantly integrated into the hustle and bustle of the diner. After taking another look around the diner and noticing the horde of customers, you finally get up from your booth. Bob gives you a final nod of acknowledgement before you make it out the door. Okay. Let's go to Candy Club. Oh? Kelsey stands behind the counter. She blows off a puff of air as she stares off at the wall. Hiya, how you been, Kelsey? She perks up when she hears your voice, straightening her posture. Her eyes sparkle as she sees you enter.
Oh, nice to see you again. I've been doing okay. Just tending to the shop as usual.
Okay. Silence rings as you both stare at each other. The conversation needs a topic. Ask about the teens. Did those teens ever come back?
I'm surprised you remember that. No, they didn't. At least not during my shift.
That's good. Can't have them putting you out of business. You chuckle at your clever remark. Kelsey giggles as well.
I heard from a coworker that Roy's mom came by later and slammed a check on the counter as compensation.
Oh. Her words are cheekily whispered to you like you're a special confidant. Which one was Roy again? I never caught their names.
Roy's the short one with the cap on. He's kinda the ringleader of the group.
The leader? He looks like he's in elementary school.
Maybe it's 'cause his parents spoil him rotten. The other kids are nicer.
Yeah, one of them apologized before running off. Hopefully, they won't be committing crimes next time I see them.
I don't know much about them other than that. They usually hang around in their little gang, as they put it.
You want me to make him apologize to you?
Oh, no, that's okay. I'd rather it be them that steals things than some other crazy person.
If you say so, I'll keep an eye out for them anyway. How was your day? So far. Kelsey looks up and you lose shock written on your face.
I'm just very, very busy.
Kelsey winces a little as she breathes through her teeth.
You know, with keeping this place together and my personal life. It's a lot for a person to handle.
Makes sense.
I'm probably overworking myself. That's all. What about you? How have you been?
I'm fine. Just exploring this place a bit. I'm still new in town. One day doesn't change much. How long have you been here? She seems pleased that someone genuinely asked her about herself.
I've lived here my whole life. In the same house I grew up in. The rest of my family,
Kelsey pauses for a moment, a somber glimpse in her eyes.
they moved away. It's no problem, though. I don't need pity. Sorry, I didn't mean to rant.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry to hear that.
Like I said, it's no problem.
After a moment's pause, your mind strays back to the disappearances you heard about. Can I ask you a weird question?
Sure. What is it?
Do you think the town is safe? Kelsey idly tugs at the strand of her hair.
I don't know what you mean by that. Of course this town is safe.
Well, apparently people have been going missing. I got pulled aside and irritated by some cops because no one knew me. It's just a little worrying.
Oh, the kidnappings. Everyone calls them kidnappings. But it's not even official. The victims could just be going on a synchronized vacation for all we know.
She laughs awkwardly at her own joke before her smile softens in the face of your worry.
I've heard it's nothing major. This town hardly sees crime, usually.
Uh-huh.
We've got a great police force. Just forget about the time they arrested civilians for a week straight.
Oh, that explains the guy in the car that we saw last time.
No, that was pretty terrible. Who randomly arrests someone for staying their store is closed?
You rub your neck when you feel the tension in the shop weighing on you. Good thing I didn't move in that week, huh? Thankfully, Kelsey pauses her rant to giggle in her comment. Sammy's in here, I'm sorry. Thankfully, Kelsey pauses her rant to giggle at your comment.
That's a good one.
Haha, right. It definitely was a good one. Wasn't a good one. It was hardly even a joke to begin with. Why do I keep stuttering? What is the problem with me stuttering? I do not know what I'm doing. Anyways,
Well, maybe it's a good thing you showed up now.
she twists the ring on her finger. Tone turning solemn as her gaze drops down to the countertop.
It's been a while since, a decent person came to the shop.
She looks like she wants to say more, but doesn't. How did you sleep last night?
Oh? Well, I slept fine. Even with my dreams.
Dreams or nightmares?
No, not nightmares.
She looks uncertain.
It's a recurring dream I've been having for years. It's not scary, per se, but it's not pleasant.
Want to talk about it? Kelsey looks more nervous than before, twirling the gold ring on her finger. She fails to hold eye contact, instead looking at the walls of pink and white.
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, the dream is just bright. Blinding, even. It's been years. I still have no idea what to make of it.
That's an odd way to describe the dream, right? Blinding? Oh, it said bright, blinding? Why does it even seem familiar? Dreams are weird. You can never tell what they're going to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, I skipped it. Sorry. Kelsey pauses, taking a moment to look around the floor. When she doesn't see a line behind you, she meets your gaze again.
Well, anyway, is there anything I can get you? Anything at all?
Sure. Good question. I've been meaning to pick up some stuff from here, but I'm not sure what to choose.
That's alright. Here, I'll show you what we have in stock for today.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I like skates, gumballs, nutzag. that's silly. Cringe. Bugs. Skites. I'm gonna take the gumballs. And then I'm gonna take the skites. Oh. Okay, hold on. Oh, there's more? That's cool. Okay. Is that how I order? Okay. That'll be it for me. See you later, Kelsey.
Take care now. Thanks for stopping by.
Stepping outside, you're briefly blinded by the slowly setting sun. The town is bathed by rays of glittering gold and radiant red. For as beautiful as the sight is, a sinking feeling settles in your stomach as you recall the words of the officers from the day prior. Missing people, potential murders, or kidnappings. Perhaps it would be best if you avoid staying out too late, just in case anything might happen. Hastily walking away from Boys and Grills, you rush through the streets and make your way back home. Your eyes flicker from side to side, watching as the encroaching shadows steadily draw closer. Mac! By the time you finally remember to look in front of you, it's already far too late to stop yourself from bumping into the person that suddenly appears before you. Dazed, you fall to the ground and scrape your hands against the pavement. Old wounds are reopened and stinging pain shoots up your arm before the sound of a familiar voice soothes it away.
Nice running into you again. But you didn't need to make it so literal.
Oh! I thought he kidnapped me. Bob sounds a bit more tired than earlier, probably due to working all day. He holds out a Caillou's hand for you to take, giving you the option to accept it or not. I'm acceptive. You accept it, feeling the rough palm in your fingertips before carefully being pulled upwards. The warmth of his hand seeps into you as you set back on your feet.
Sorry about that. I hope your landing wasn't too rough. That looked like quite the fall there. Anything else need patching up?
I don't think so. Hold on. Let me just... Okay. Let's go. While your palms are still stinging and aren't actively bleeding, and the bandage you got from Bob earlier was still holding on. Why? Do you still have some on you?
Maybe. But if I keep bumping into you like this, I'll need to invest in some more. Being a klutz is a dangerous habit.
Makes sense. While the conversation briefly catches your attention, the shadows encroaching around you serve as a good reminder to why you were rushing home in the first place. That's sweet, but hopefully I won't need them. Anyways, I have to head home since it's getting late.
Well, I could tag along if you want. I'll probably be staying out for a bit anyways.
Okay. Staying out at this hour and with people going missing? He's strangely at ease about being out late, although it does make sense. Bob is a local and knows how to get around. Meanwhile, this is only your second day in the town, and you barely even know the main streets. Let's accept. It would be nice for him to have some company, and you get to talk to him some more. You could always ask him questions about the town. The butcher draws closer to your side, his shadow briefly overlapping yours thanks to the setting of the sun. His pace slows to match yours as he lumbers alongside you. Initially, you both quiet as you walk together, but you decide to strike up a conversation just in case things get awkward. So... Oh no, things are already awkward. Fortunately, the sound of Bob's laughter breaks up the silence. His amusement is infectious.
I'm surprised to see you again so soon.
Surprised in a good way or a bad way?
A good way, of course. I enjoyed our chat earlier, and I was hoping I'd get to speak to you again.
The same goes for you, but I have more questions to ask about the town. And maybe some other stuff if that's alright. Bob nods. I wonder if there's any events going on soon. I'm curious whether anything special happens around here. You know, like festivals and fairs?
Halloween's always the biggest draw around here. All sorts of folks participate, adults and kids. And yours truly, of course. The promise of candy brings most people out, and while I don't blame them, I do think there's something far more important than candy. Something really worth celebrating.
Oh? Bob pauses before leaning closer to you, looming over you thanks to the height difference between the two of you.
Fear.
Damn! What?
Halloween's a time when the lines between the natural and supernatural are blurred. Lingering spirits roam the streets, haunting whoever crosses their paths, and all other kinds of ghouls stir up trouble wherever they can.
He grows quiet once more and seems to be deep in thought. After a moment, he chuckles and shakes his head.
Did you know one of the main reasons why people love celebrating Halloween is 'cause they love to feel fear?
Oh, do they?
Some use it to get all cozy with what scares them. Others embrace the terror they feel. It's a pretty complicated holiday, but that's what I love about it.
It certainly sounds like quite the event, with how he had described it, and perhaps can be something for you to look forward to as well.
There's also some local events every so often. Festivals, little street fairs, and the like. I think one might be happening soon. Although, I can't remember the date.
You make a mental note of this. Maybe that's something you can be able to do in the future. Once you've figured out when it's happening, of course. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'd love to see what happened. I'd love to see what this place is like on Halloween.
Well, it certainly gets crazy.
I hope the customers were nice to you after I left. It looked pretty hectic in there.
You don't have to worry about it. I've never tolerated folks with nasty attitudes hanging around. And I never will.
Even with the smile present on his face, there's never something else radiating off him. Perhaps it's some sort of passive aggressiveness from years in the service industry? Oh, that's good to hear. Sensing the change in your tone, Bob sighs and sends a more genuine smile in your way. So I really enjoy the food at your diner.
And I'm glad you do. Everyone at Boys and Grills does their best to serve top-notch food, alongside top-notch service.
He's beaming, chest puffed up with pride as he talks about the diner. Though you haven't known him for long, it's obvious he's proud of Boys and Grills' reputation. Which makes the exact nature of your question all more heartbreaking. I was kind of curious if you knew about anywhere else to eat. Immediately he wits, the spark of joy promptly extinguished by the brutality of your question. Slumping forward and staring at the ground, several moments of pure silence pass before Bob speaks up.
But my food's the best. You don't need to know about anywhere else.
Oh, he's sulking. But, Bob, what about diversified dietary options? I can't live off burgers forever. Your objections seem to me make Bob more disgruntled. Each word you speak causes his brow to furrow, and his arms cross defensively as he kicks the pavement beneath him. Every so often he glances over at you, seeing that you're still staring up at him. His tense posture begins to soften and come undone in the weight of your gaze. With a grumble of extreme reluctance, he finally answers your question.
There is another place that just opened up. A pizzeria or something. They think they're so special with their fancy dancing robots. You can't hide your garbage food using cheap gimmicks like that. It just ain't right.
As his trade continues, you notice that his eyes seem to be taken on a cyan hue. It looks like you might have made a mistake by asking that question. Wanting to hopefully brighten up his mood, you decide to change the topic to something more lighthearted. So I noticed you hum a lot. It's always a specific tune. Is there a story behind that? The distress in his eyes seems to vanish as he thinks about your question. Though his smile is still absent, he looks less upset than it probably was. It was a favorite song of mine, catchy tune, although most folks in Boys and Grills don't like when I sing it too much. The conversation comes to a halt at this point, both you and Bob falling silent. By the way, I'm sorry about... Don't worry about it. You shouldn't know something that ain't good enough for you. Diversity in food is great and all, but don't forget about the importance of quality eating. Perhaps it's a trick I would like, but you swear you can see a bit of drool leaking out the corner of his mouth. You don't get the chance to mention it before a quick wave of his hand wipes it away. We wouldn't want you getting sick from the garbage they serve around here. His voice trails off. He sighs and shakes his head. Thankfully, that intense look in his eyes is now fully gone as he gazes at you. Unfortunately, your conversation is forced to come to a halt as you find yourself and Bob in front of your house. Looking over at your temporary companion, you smile at him. Thanks for welcoming me back to my place. I really appreciate it.
It's no problem. Wouldn't want you getting lost or anything. I don't want to lose my newest customer after all.
His words are punctuated by a wink.
Or a potential friend. Sweet dreams, darling. Have a good night.
Aww. You wave as he walks away, streetlights flickering on as Bob passes by them. Faintly, you can hear him humming that same tune, strangely familiar tune you had from previously spoken about. Worn out by your long day spent out in town, you slowly open your front door and step inside. The darkness from outside follows you as you enter your home. You leave the front door open and allow the rays of moonlight to illuminate the room. Strange. It seems as though you had forgotten to leave a light or two on before heading out earlier. You close the door, the sound of it shutting echoing you. Keeping a hand on the wall, you make your way towards whatever you call the light switch being. Flip it. No lights. Flip it again. Despite your failed attempts, you flick the switch a couple more times, and nothing in response. Did the power go out earlier? Is that why the lights aren't working? But the street lights outside were on, so why is there no electricity? Has someone cut the power? Is someone in the house? The sudden intrusive thought shoots through you. It mixes with your memories and popular horror movie tropes, especially the ones that make people scream at the screen in frustration. You shake your head to rid yourself of the encroaching paranoia. It's just a dark room. You'll be fine. You pull out your phone and check the battery. It's low, but enough for you to use the flashlight for just a little while. Maybe you can get to the bottom of this. Okay. Let's see. A lack of proper sleep from the night could be making this harder than it needs to be. Sleeping it off would be for the best. When you wake up, hopefully the sun will be illuminating in your room. Taking your own advice, you turn to bed and you lay down. Getting any rest feels impossible. Despite your tired state, anxiety's truth continues to eat away at you. Even at being trouble feels exhausting, and your eyelids begin to grow heavy as your consciousness fades to black. Oh no, here we go again. Wait. When you come to, you're met with a familiar plague of darkness swallowing your room. Trying to remember your dream, even if you had one, that is proves to be an impossible task. You pull out your phone and check the time. Only an hour or so has passed since you laid down. So much for good rest. The roof of your mouth is dry, and your body is uncomfortably hot. It's an irritable feeling, to say at least. I'm just gonna investigate. There's no doubt about it. Something is off. The odd power outage, combined with the things you have been, adds up to a whole lot of unanswered questions. Maybe it's time to head outside. And a sensation of uneasiness lingers, and your fingers shake up with pent-up energy. Bright stars decorate the sky above like drops of glowing paint, and you're hit with the cold night air as soon as you open the door. Oh, this is the scene. This is the scene. Okay. The silence you're met with is calming. With only your thoughts to keep you company, you attempt to clear your head. Your attempts are so intense that you nearly miss a glimpse of something moving out in the corner of your eye. What is that? What is that? The silhouette of a person, just hiding out of the sight. Curiosity gets the better of you, foresight forgotten with the breeze of hitting your cheeks. The red sweater they're wearing is startlingly vibrant in the darkness, and you're hit with the sudden urge to touch it. Beckoned by the fabric, you take one final step closer and approach the building's corner. Oh, it's him! Oh, it's him! Ah! You hesitate just for a moment. Perhaps this isn't the best idea. It's cliche to say, but in that swift moment your life flashes before your eyes. Time slows as you consider your options. There has to be something you can do. Flight. Terror and despair shoots right for you. What to do, what to do. Maybe you could scream for help and then a chance to run.
Be a good lamb and keep your mouth shut for me.
Damn.
Do that.
The devil's piercing stare made you less willing to bolt. He lets out a breathy chuckle, leering down from above a mysterious, hungry grin. Your body trembles from where you lay on the ground as you watch the devil back away from the darkness. Wait, no, into the darkness. Thank you for playing. See you in Chapter 1. You're welcome! That was great! That was really great. I really loved it. That was really cool. I loved seeing the Bob as the devil for the first time. That was really cool. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys later. Bye!